Well, I took us live right now. We're gonna go live. We're not gonna
We're
do a
live.
video.
Hey.
All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. We are discussing a what did it end up being? 27-20 was the final.
Yep.
The Browns. Um, I Tankathon. Is this the Cleveland Tankers Club? Is that what we're calling them? Because
I don't think they were trying. I mean, the
I
the
don't.
saddest thing is I don't think that so I have a real question after this game.
Let's do it.
And like this is I'm dead serious. Like with Kevin giving up play calling and what we saw today, I mean, would you argue that without looking at the film, that what we saw was at least a little bit better offensively today from
Yeah.
play calling wise? Yeah?
I thought they did more for Dylan on the move, got him out and
Yeah.
rolling and stuff. So
Moved him around. They did some
yeah,
stuff. They went back to the Corley thing several times, built off of it, which is something they must have been watching the show, right? Because they built off the Corley thing a couple different ways, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then, so with all of that in mind and the failures on what
Listening.
was special teams, and then what we saw at the end of the game there, which is just embarrassing. It said at the same time as chat did there, simultaneously said embarrassing.
I'm trying to stay up on the Jacksonville score here as
Yeah,
we
yeah,
as
yeah,
we go through
yeah. I
this.
know the Texans are driving. But what good does it do to keep Kevin? If you're gonna fire him now.
Yeah, I
He
don't have a desire. I don't have a strong pat like either way. If they wanted to fire him now, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, why would they not wait until the end of the year? Sort of same thing. I don't have one. I get they've driven me to the point, Brad, that I don't really care about. Like I'm not obviously care about aspects of this team, but the coaching staff's fate to me feels sealed. So it's a matter of like, do you want to continue to trudge along and just like give them the year to keep the continuity in place? Yeah, if they fired him tomorrow, I wouldn't care. If fired him tonight, I wouldn't care. But also, I'm not gonna like lose sleep over if they don't fire him. It is they're the direction they're going is um a clean house situation anyway. So
yeah,
I mean,
it's just they do things every week like um that are, you know, bad for guys that are gonna be here just to even be a part of situations like this, right? Like it's just all bad. It's just a bad feeling. It's gonna leave guys with sour taste in their mouth towards the organization in general. And it's like if he can't do anything about that, it's like the CEO version of him as the head coach, right? Where he's not just running the offense anymore, then what good is he doing? If you give up 14 points on special teams and back-to-back plays, like I don't know. I don't
no,
know.
I know.
It's they don't just lose, but they lose in an embarrassing fashion.
It's such a script we've seen so many times in the past 5 years of the across the entirety of it. Like they're the first team to give up this amount of yards or do this thing and then lose a football game. Like to not, to essentially go for 120 more yards than your opponent and then win the turnover battle, win the time of possession by 10 minutes and
And lose.
lose. It's just I don't know, man. They're as bad as it gets across complementary football, across the units operating as a cohesive one. They're as bad as it gets. And the core fundamental of why that is an investigation worthy thing, right? Like I don't even know that we need to go crazy on that. I think it's pretty obvious that they can't accomplish it. So, whether that comes down to player types they're bringing in, whether that brings down to how they're coaching them to understand the big picture, how they're coaching them to do their job. There's a lot of factors, Brad. There's a lot of factors. And what I do know is getting micro with the blame is just, it's just not worth it to me. And like Bubba Ventrone's not getting it done clearly. And then like Jim Schwartz, his defense is always kind of good. And then they're not when it matters, when they need them to buck up and make a stop, they don't. How many times have we seen this where it's like, well, the Browns offense has been pretty bad. Defense has kept them in the game. Oh, and then they just they had a breakthrough. They found some points and they're keeping it sort of close. And then all of a sudden the defense gives up an 80-yard drive. Like it's the same. I feel like I've been watching the same script of Browns games now with minimal breaks, some breaks in there here and there, but like the same form of Browns football for the last 4 years, 21, 2, 3, 4, now 5. So 5 years, because 2020 was such a weird experience. I don't even include it because of the no fans and all that stuff. So like, I just feel like I've been watching this type of outcome, especially the Schwartz era stuff where the offense went significantly downhill. Jim brought his style in, which has some positives obviously to it, but obviously also some negatives to it. It's just like the same things happen all the time.
Yeah.
So
every week, if it's the same feel, or they feel the same, right? They feel very much the same. It's not always the same things, but it's like just dumb things like Bush grabbing the guy on the route. I mean, automatic first down. Okay. Even just to get the ball back and have a chance to go tie the game.
Yeah.
Just give him a shot, right? What is Cam Thomas doing? On a play that they're not going to snap the ball, like everybody in the stadium knows they're not going to snap the ball. Like, what is he jumping at? Like, can you explain that to me? And how is that? And how do we, just like that on top of like the egregious special team stuff? I guess I just don't like. Would it be worthwhile to make a statement to the players that are going to be here that this isn't going to be accepted and fire Stefanski? Like to throw down like some kind of a symbol, like we aren't going to accept being a team that goes and plays this Jets team that's clearly tanking as well, traded their best players away, and we're going to go lose to them.
mm-hmm.
That we should be better than this, and we have to hold people accountable starting from the top. So we're gonna fire our head coach. Like, does it do anything to make that statement to your players?
It could. Yeah. I mean, they can't keep firing coordinators. They fired and hired too many of them in this Kevin era. So like, you can't just keep doing. Is Davis Mills about to run and he just ran in a touchdown? That's insane. A 12-yard run to give the Texans the lead. All right. Well, maybe if this holds up, there's still 30 seconds of action and a timeout. So they maybe get the 2 and it goes to a tie. But I digress. We digress. We are taking our eyes away from the Browns as much as we can. I just look, it's a good outcome for the Tankathon. I mean, it's a good outcome today to get the pick you want. I'm all good with that. I want to have the best pick possible. It's cool, but to have the concern I have is like habits formed and have like what's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that teams can be bad, find the right quarterback, and everything turns around, and all of a sudden everyone's making winning plays. I get that. That doesn't miss me, but you want to establish guys just doing the right thing all the time. And if you continue to do the wrong things all the time and you feel like those are acceptable inside of like an overall larger picture of Brown's unacceptable play for multiple years, it just establishes that you feel like you can't win here. So that's where I get concerned. I obviously want the Browns to have the better pick than the Jets. I'm good with that. I just like to continue to say you want them to lose, but you want them to lose in a way that you felt like they cared. And, I just, I mean, Dylan is bad. The only subplot remaining for the rest of the year for me is like the rookies and then giving Shador a chance at this point. Because there's just, I mean, the stats, like getting him to 200 yards is a chore. It's an almost damn near impossible chore. How many sacks did he take today? Will McDonald himself had 4, 6, so 5, 6 sacks on the game. Just offensive line is really unable to control the point of attack. And then you have a quarterback who will sometimes step into them. it's hard to watch. It's hard to consume. And I hate being in week 10 talking about like, let's see them get to the off season and see them make some picks. But I do think the bigger question that sits there in front of us is how long are they keeping Kevin and the guys around? And I don't think there's a world where like the coordinators are not performing well. The collective coordinators, I don't think are performing very well.
No.
So you're to me, it's like they're all going to me, you know what I mean? So like find a way to get it done when you can't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, before the year, Haslam said that 3 wins wouldn't be acceptable, you know, and asked about what it would take to like not have the coaching staff around. He was like, well, we can't win 3 games again. And here they are in the on the cusp of 3, you know what I mean? So I don't have the answer for it. The Saints won today, which is nice. They're a 1-win team. The Browns have to play the Titans still. So we'll see, but I don't know, Brad. You're getting to the point where I need something to care about with the team. I feel like the rookies are making their impact. I feel like they're playing hard. Judkins, Schlesinger, all those guys are impacting the game, but this offense is just so bad in terms of negative plays. They can't find any consistency, and thus like they put themselves in this spot where it's almost impossible to see the outcome you want. You know what I mean? So I am kind of rambling a bit. I understand that here, but at the same time, like trying to Shador is an interesting subplot remaining. But that's I know I feel like I know who the rookies are, right? Like I have a good feel for who those guys are. So it's just now like giving Shador some run through the end of the year probably that makes me the most interested.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I guess I'm just trying to like, within this mess, the mess within the mess is kind of like the viewpoint, right? Like the mess within the losing, like what is tolerable and what is not. You know what I mean? And like losing obviously is gonna happen here the rest of the way, but what are we gonna let go on here during this losing that you know what I mean isn't embarrassing every week? Like, can we not make it as embarrassing? Can we try to compete or field like competent team where it looks like guys know where they're going? And you get my point. It's just this is I know a lot of people are happy they lost. I can't feel happy about that. Like I can't. Like this is like hell, you know.
Yeah, we've been in it. We're watching this team.
This is hell.
Do this stuff, the same script year after year. It is for the most. I mean, like I said, over the course of 2 years. I understand 23 was a break and all that, but you watch the Browns win 5 football games in their last, I don't know, 25. What is it? I don't know, something like that. It's really miserable to watch. It's just miserable to partake in. So even though you do have some silver linings, even though you do have some guys you've enjoyed watching performances from, and you do think you have legitimate building blocks in front of you, there's still a whole bunch of like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing the outcomes that I feel like are known. So I honestly struggle with how to cover it in the best way possible because like good outcomes from like Carson Schlesinger playing today, 9 tackles. Played great. I mean, coming off of a high ankle sprain that's supposed to keep you out for a while. Like there's not enough good things to say about him. It's not I thought Tyson Campbell had a good game. Now Bush made a bonehead play there at the end, but other than that, I mean, it's a big play, a big moment in the game. I thought he played well. I thought Jerry Jeudy put together one of his better games of the year, to be honest. There were parts of this game that were good. I thought they just got absolutely annihilated up front. They have a quarterback who doesn't know how to navigate pressure and walks into too many sacks, which are negative plays. And you add in the rain element and some of those other pieces, and you get the outcome you get today, where they give up. If you don't give up 2 special teams touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? Like that's I mean, it's just the difference. So you can't keep firing
Rocky.
special teams coordinators.
This is exactly how I feel right here. I'm confused. Wait. Did we win the battle for the bottom because we lost, or did we lose the battle of the bottoms because we lost? Like that's just a hellish place to be in. I hate it. I hate this. Like I know that the best thing for this team in the future is for them to lose to the Jets. I think something like I saw a tweet. It was like the difference between the Browns or the Jets losing today was a 7% or a chance or a 26% chance of getting the first pick. So, I mean, the outcome today plays a big part in that, right? So the loss in that view is really good. I just don't know, like what, how much damage can you do to the culture in the process?
I think we're seeing them. That's ball game. Texans are going to run that back. That's great. That's
Texans
great. All right.
won?
Well, we at least got that going for us today. Jags fall to 5-3.
All right.
All right. I don't know. I'm with you. I think culture
Best
can
draft
be
outcome
flipped.
today.
Truly. I think the culture can be turned, but what I'm saying is, yeah, I don't believe it can be turned with this group, with the status quo.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so either. But
You would need like an unbelievable rookie quarterback arrival and stuff too. So, you know, does this have a long, like, does this game, this specific one have a long-term impact on 2026's outcomes? No, but I think it would. I think it could if you have the same coaching staff around, right? Like, I think all that scar tissue is adding up. I think it's all adding up.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know, like, if there's anything worthwhile to do in the meantime. Like, can we get rid of Kevin now to make a statement? I don't know if it does anything. I don't know. It's a good question. It's like, does that make a statement to the players?
But the question is, do you want that, Brad? Do you want them to run Stefanski out, get a boost, win some games? You know what I mean? That's the whole thing we're trying to, like, what's best for the Browns? Because I do think just replacing the coaching staff in the offseason, and be careful, if you hire the right coaching staff in the offseason, you do get a chance to turn culture. We see teams that struggle, replace the coach, draft well, and like, you're right there, and then none of the stuff from the previous regime matters, right? But also, you know, you need the best opportunity to pick the best players imaginable. Not that you need like the first pick here, but you need like a top 5 pick because of the opportunity that it creates for you to get the players you want to get. So I'm with you, man. I just feel like the Browns winning 2 games because the head coach is fired and they magically turn it around this year and play some better football. Is that the best thing when the rest of the coaching staff will then be removed too? I don't know. I'm just talking out loud, playing devil's advocate on some of this stuff because we really want to see them have the best opportunity to pick the best players possible. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be really a big bummer if you were the second pick, or the 7th pick, 8th pick, and there's a quarterback at 4. And if you just lost a game, you'd have got that guy at 4. I understand the in the moment logistics of it, but like, there is that world where they need a quarterback. Need him.
You think that that firing Kevin could result in more wins?
There's the natural head coaching bump that we do for everybody. I think that's just like a thing out there that, you know, the everybody's more motivated. Maybe it doesn't. I don't have the answer to it directly. Maybe it doesn't matter and they still lose ball games, but like, I just would rather not risk that in the term of like, you know, trying to get the best pick here. That's just my stance. It's not scientific. It's nothing about it other than like, I just want the best pick possible. You replace the coaching staff and then nothing from the culture, from the team, the organization before the new group that's in matters. You set the tone, you move forward from there. That's my stance on it. So I just think I would prefer also understanding that, like, you know, I'm not saying this is the perfect thing to do. Maybe there is a better outcome that if you fire Kevin, the guys play better and they boot. I don't know. I don't have the answer, but I just want the Browns to have the best pick they can possibly. At this point, it stinks, but That's what I want.
Gabriel named the starter. Fantastic. More. We get to watch more of this. You know, I get what you're saying. Like, you don't want to disrupt the rhythm of losing that they're in. You don't want to like do anything
It
to
sounds really gross. I hate telling everybody that.
fire them up and get a couple
Yeah.
wins. We don't want that to happen. I mean,
I
that
just-
sounds insane to me.
I know it is. I know it is. They're going to probably win a few games. Like the Tennessee game is winnable. I think it's at home too, or maybe not. I don't know. But like they're going to win a few games. I just don't want to miss a quarterback, Brad. They need to get the chance to get the quarterback without giving up. Their roster's so depleted at the end of this thing. I need them to use that second first round pick on something. So I would just don't want to use it to move up. So I hope they can but can you also maybe do some, like maybe not give up special teams returns, like just can you do some little things right too while you're losing?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't give up those plays though, you probably win today is the problem.
I agree. That's the fine line you're walking in tanking environments, right? So I'm with you. I think it's my prediction as we sit here today, and we'll kind of leave it on this. I think he's here through the end of the year, but I don't think he's back. I don't think they're back. That's my hunch.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe a game or two, maybe like a week 17 something, or I don't know. It could be like, but I'm going to hold steady. Like I think he's here through the end of the year, and they make a change.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm hoping that's the outcome. Obviously, my biggest fear is that they've been given a pass on this. I don't know how you could live through this though, if you're Haslam, and be okay.
Yeah.
With like things like you saw today. No matter how many assurances you gave, like how could you live through this and at the end of it be like, all right, we've got this high pick now, we've got this swing, and we want to keep these guys in place to do this again. I can't imagine that being his thought process, right?
Yeah. The thing that we have talked about this at length about, the only thing that keeps you here based on what evidence they have put on the field and as a group this year, the only thing that keeps you here is that they were made some kind of absolute unassailable, like you cannot break this promise. And that would suck because I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I'm out on this version of the staff. Just I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I mean we've reached that point where I don't think there's anything that Kevin can. I mean, taking himself out of play calling, getting a better result from Tommy Rees is an indictable event right there. Kind of, right? And then to have the rest of the team perform, like you're going to focus more on special teams and the rest of, CEO job, and have the things that happened away from, away from the offense be bad today. It's like wherever he goes, there's a problem right now. He can't shake it. He's got like I don't know. He's got the yips or something.
How about the Dolphins since they left Cleveland? We were all like, that's one of the worst football teams I've ever seen.
Yep.
And they've since gone on to blow out the Falcons. And then today they blew out the Bills.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Would you have said watching that their talent is better than the Browns?
No.
So
it wasn't even close.
There's your sign, guys. It does nothing more needs to be said. That's it. And we're not going to waste any more time on it. We are going to cover in the next few days the good things from this team, as we will the rest of the entirety of this season, while talking you through the big picture. Okay? Promise. We will get through this and find a way out of it at the end of the year and make this enjoyable. Okay? We will do it. We have no other choice. So perspective is always needed, and we will highlight the things that matter while pointing out the things that are failing, and have all the usual film content podcasts and opening drives you're accustomed to. So go about the rest of your Sunday and have a great one. Enjoy it. Hopefully you're winning some fantasy football games and have some meaningful time left with your family on this day. So for Brad and I, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you very much. And like we always say, it'll matter more someday. Go Browns.